An apple falls not far from the tree, yet not every seed grows into a perfect replica of its progenitor. Imagine for a moment a realm where our spiritual attributes, wisdom, morality, love, are influenced and shaped in a manner akin to the twisting double helix of our DNA. This essay proposes a daring bridge between the molecular narratives of genetic science and the metaphysical teachings of spirituality, suggesting that our inherited spiritual traits might be as dynamic and mutable as those encoded in our genes. Genes are our biological heritage, responsible for the color of our eyes, the strength of our bones, and more enigmatically, perhaps a predilection towards certain behaviors and abilities. But genes do more than just build and operate the machinery of life. They are also a record, a narrative of our evolutionary past, bearing witness to the struggles and triumphs of our ancestors. The essence of genetic transmission is not merely a matter of replication, but also of variation. Each act of genetic replication is an act of both preservation and change. Mutation is intrinsic to the process, without which evolution could not occur. These mutations may lead to nuances in an organism's responses to its environment, allowing adaptations that are fundamental to survival and continuity. However, this narrative of genetic inheritance extends beyond mere survival and adaptation. As researchers delve deeper, they find that genes can be influenced by the environments they inhabit, a concept known as epigenetics. External factors can alter how genes express themselves without changing the underlying genetic code. This dynamic interplay radically shifts our understanding of inheritance, suggesting it is both hard-coded and pliable, prescriptive yet open to revision. While our scientific dialogue is comfortably rich with the language of genes and inheritance, our discourse around spiritual inheritance, traits like wisdom, ethics, and love, remains metaphorically fertile, yet scientifically intangible. Just as a gene might carry the blueprint for melanin, could there not be spiritual analogs that guide the development of a child's ethical reasoning or capacity for compassion? Intriguingly, spiritual traits often seem to parallel genetic rules of inheritance. They mutate, evolve, and adapt. The wisdom of a grandmother, honed by the tumults of war and peace, is passed down not through static recitation, but through stories that shift with each retelling, colored by the lenses of those who recount them. Morality adapts too. What was once considered ethically sound may evolve as societies grow and change. Moreover, if we consider the concept of epigenetics, could there not be an equivalent mechanism in spiritual inheritance? Cultural shifts, historical events, and personal experiences could be the environmental factors influencing the expression of these spiritual genes. This metaphorical framework not only enriches our understanding of human development, but also provides a fresh perspective on how cultural and personal growth occurs. This vision positions spiritual inheritance not as a mere transfer of static virtues, but as a dynamic, evolving narrative that shapes individuals and cultures across generations. This metaphorical exploration of genetics and spirituality serves as more than just an intellectual exercise. It challenges us to reconsider our perceptions of inheritance and development, both biological and spiritual. It prompts us to question the boundaries of our influence and responsibility over the traits that transcend our biological makeup, proposing a narrative where we are all caretakers of a rich, adaptive spiritual genome that requires understanding, nurture, and perhaps cautious manipulation. Through this innovative narrative, we can begin to grasp the nuances of how cultural, ethical, and personal evolutions are intertwined, not just through the legacy of our ancestors' experiences, but through the very mechanisms that mirror the complexities found within our DNA.